we are live from the newly named Huntington Bank Field on the shores of Lake Erie. Nathan Zagura, and very happy to kick off the show, joined by two of the principals that really kind of helped make today's historic announcement come together. From the Cleveland Browns, Erica Mulliman, Senior Vice President. Did I get it right?
You
Chris
did
Mullins?
get it right.
I got it right. All right. Senior Vice President, Corporate Partnerships from the Browns, and Sean Richardson, the Regional President, Northeast Ohio from Huntington Bank. Well, this has been a heck of a day. 11 o'clock, the big announcement. The button was pushed, and all of a sudden, Huntington Bank Field. Sean, I'll start with you. I got to be a very exciting day, a historic partnership between Huntington Bank and the Cleveland Browns.
Sometimes we hear the word historic and we overplay it, but this really
is
meaningful for all of us. Would you do the intro again? Where are we?
Huntington Bank Field.
Yeah, let's
on
get
the
used to
shores
that.
of Lake Erie. That's right.
We are really proud to have entered into a 20-year naming rights agreement. It is our view that we have joined forces with one of the most iconic brands in all of sports. Now, I am biased. I lived here for 50 years. But don't you find that the research supports that? We have the best fan base. We have the most broad-based fan base. And Huntington is now aligned in an anchor partnership. Could not be more excited.
Well, we couldn't be more excited to have you. And I can tell from our conversation prior to coming on the air that you are very plugged in to the Cleveland Browns and this program. There's no doubt about that. Erica, from your side of things, obviously, this is one of those great, huge win-wins. 20 years, 2 decades that the Cleveland Browns and Huntington Bank will be linked with Huntington Bank Field. What did it mean to get this all together? And it really is. It's historic from the Browns' standpoint as well.
Absolutely. This is such an amazing day for everybody that was involved in this. And I will tell you how quickly this partnership came together. It's like we've been working together for years. There were so many synergies as our groups came together to put everything together to be able to announce it today and really celebrate it on Sunday with our home opener. It means so much to the organization. It's not just about putting Huntington's name on the stadium. It's really about aligning our mission, our vision, and our values together. What we're going to do in the community for 20 plus years, what we're going to do for our fan base. It really is an incredible moment and something to celebrate for all of us.
And we heard that from leadership on both sides, talk about that alignment, the commitment to the community, and now this partnership really enables you all to do that. And Sean, Huntington, headquartered in Columbus, as we know, an Ohio company. It feels natural. Two Ohio, historic, prestigious Ohio organizations coming together. What's got you the most excited about this partnership and really what it means?
Well, thank you. We have almost 3,000 colleagues at Huntington Bank working here in Northeast Ohio. We have 20,000 across our franchise, which is predominantly east of the Mississippi. But what I'm most excited about is the ability to bring our brand through the Browns and through the NFL to the entire nation. That gets us really excited. We are very proud of our organization. We have served Ohio since the 1850s.
Amazing.
Proudly and profitably, and we think this relationship will really catapult us. We are now the 12th largest bank in the nation. This puts a little muscle behind that as we've grown that way very organically.
There's no doubt. And, Sean, I know you listen to this program regularly, and we thank you for that as well. This is the world's team. There are more Browns fans are across this globe than anywhere else, and so you have that reach now that not just, and by the way, we're going to take care of America's team on Sunday here at Huntington Bank Field, but you have that reach, and that's exciting. And Erica, when you turn around to the other side, you said it came together quickly. Tell us how this all kind of actually did come to be, that this was the right time, this was the right partner, and this was the right opportunity for 2 decades. I mean, you don't enter into a 2-decade relationship and you say, I'm not so sure about it. You got to be pretty sure from both sides that you want this to happen.
Absolutely. We were looking for the right partner, a well-respected partner. I will tell you, we are working with Legends, which is our partner in helping us to secure a naming rights partner. They were incredible in really coming together, bringing Huntington to the table. We already had a relationship with them through the Columbus Crew, so we were very familiar with their team, our team, and almost from the beginning when we started these conversations, a few weeks ago, starting from the top down, starting with ownership down, there were just so many synergies and authentic ways to connect our partnerships that it really seemed like a no-brainer for us to come together, and it goes beyond just putting a name on the stadium. You know, there's some community initiatives that there was an authentic connection with our Stay in the Game, with their Ignite the Classroom, that we're going to be able to amplify both initiatives together. So I think the synergies from a partnership standpoint were very apparent from even the beginning of the conversations that we had. But there was a lot of people that were involved in this.
I'm sure this was not. I want to call this a light lift. This is a heavy lift that requires a lot on both sides. Go ahead, John.
But let me amplify that. I think from the beginning we found that the values were very much aligned. Our commitment we each have to the community, very important to each of us, to our core, and we have shared priorities. The priority on education, important with Stay in the Game to you, Ignite the Classroom with us. Financial literacy is important to us. Hunger to help is hunger. Who would believe in this day and age we're still dealing with such a challenging food insecurity environment? I know that's important to the Cleveland Browns as well. So there was alignment, and the relationship between Huntington and the Haslam Sports Groups goes back several years, as we're a partner down in Columbus with the Crew as well. So we've really had a chance to grow this friendship and this relationship for many, many years.
Yeah, you mentioned the community aspect of it, and obviously both organizations so committed to giving back to their respective communities. Will this allow you guys to do some things together now to even maybe enhance sometimes one of those cases 1 + 1 = 3 in the community?
Absolutely. I know our groups have already started talking and started to ideate and plan for the future of all the amazing things that we can do together. So I really do think our groups coming together is only going to make it bigger and bolder and better for our communities and beyond.
As you look at that, I think the most significant will be around education.
Yep.
It is our fundamental belief that that's where it all starts. That deals with the ability to be fed, to learn, to job placement. It helps with so many fundamental issues in the community, and I'm so glad we're aligned with that being a priority.
There's no doubt. From the very top of our organization, the Stay in the Game Network, it is so important to the Cleveland Browns. And now with all of our fans listening, I would imagine that this is probably on top of their mind. So what can everybody expect on Sunday? They're coming to Huntington Bank Field for the first time. The Browns and the Cowboys, 4:25, Tom Brady's first game. What's it going to look like? What's it going to feel like for people now that it is Huntington Bank Field?
Absolutely. Well, I'll start. You know, you're going to start to see some of the signage. You're going to start to see Huntington Bank Field. You're going to see some giveaways that all of our fans will be able to embrace the new name. You're going to see the Northwest Gate is becoming the Huntington Gate, so make sure fans go through that gate to enter into the stadium, as there'll be some fun things along the way through there. And then you're going to start to see different ways that we can really embrace and engage our fan base in meaningful ways to get them familiar and, feeling great about Huntington Bank Field.
The fan base is going to see a victory for the Cleveland Browns.
I like it.
In addition to that, we're all going to learn to love the color combination of orange for the Cleveland Browns and green for Huntington
Orange and green.
And you'll see it at the Northwest Gate, which is painted a very bright, effusive green.
For you, you live in Shaker. You said this is your home. How exciting is it for you to have your team playing in your company's stadium, Huntington Bank Field?
Well, it'll be a treasured moment on Sunday when I walk in and get to see the whole field lit up. So I do take some personal pride in that.
Sure.
But I'm just so excited for, I mentioned 3,000 colleagues in Northeast. 1,000 of them are retail colleagues. They represent us to the community, and we're going to have opportunities for our retail colleagues to come to games. We're going to be able to entertain customers. There's going to be not-for-profit partners attending the game on our behalf based on our relationship. So the activation will be very meaningful because it will touch a lot of our constituent bases.
How fired up are you for Sunday?
Me, 110% fired up. 110%.
Me too.
It's going to be incredible.
It is going to be incredible. Today, an incredible day, a historic day down on the shores of Lake Erie as we are now coming to you from Huntington Bank Field. And pretty incredible, awesome press conference today. Sean, Erica, thank you so much for the time. Thanks for the great work that brought this incredible partnership together. And now we know that the Cleveland Browns will be playing on Huntington Bank Field for 2 decades. And as you guys said earlier, hopefully more to come.
Absolutely.